Hey guys, this is PWA30, and if you like this shirt I'm wearing, you can visit www.countrymansfist.com. This is my prediction video on the Floyd Mayweather versus Shane Mosley fight, which will be happening May 1st. And sorry Mosley fans, but Shane Mosley's not going to win this fight. I just don't see it happening. Because now I know a lot of people, saw the fight that Mosley had with Antonio Margarito, but with a fighter like Margarito, that's tailor-made for Shane Mosley. And Floyd Mayweather is the exact opposite of what Antonio Margarito was. See, Antonio Margarito was just a brawler and was slow as hell. I mean, real slow. Whereas Floyd Mayweather is a pure boxer and probably the best pure boxer of today. And he's fast. And we've seen Shane Mosley struggle with good boxers in the past. Now, Mosley definitely hits harder. He's the hard puncher. And he, the only way I could see Mosley winning this fight is if he was to land that lucky punch. But as cautious as Mayweather is, I know Mayweather's not going to make that mistake of leaving himself open. And now when it comes to speed and footwork, Mayweather is the superior of the two, especially in speed. Now, if you was to take Shane Mosley that fought De La Hoya in the first fight, that Shane would be just as fast as Mayweather, but this is the 38-year-old Shane. This is the older Shane. And Shane has slowed down over the years, so Mayweather definitely has the edge in speed. But now here's the main reason why I think that Shane Mosley's going to lose this fight. Now remember when Shane Mosley fought Oscar De La Hoya in the second fight, and how Oscar De La Hoya outboxed Shane? Now they gave Shane Mosley the fight. He won by decision, but a lot of people thought that De La Hoya should have won that fight. I thought he should have won that fight too, because it looked like he landed more punches. But check this out. Oscar De La Hoya was trained by Floyd Mayweather Sr. for that fight. Now, if you compare Oscar De La Hoya to Floyd Mayweather, there's no comparison. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is superior because, Oscar De La Hoya was just in the beginning stages of learning, the shoulder roll and all the moves that Floyd Mayweather Sr. had taught him. And Floyd Mayweather Jr. has mastered those moves. He's a master of that because he's been doing it all his boxing career. Now, if Shane Mosley had a hard time fighting De La Hoya in that second fight, and as a matter of fact, Shane Mosley was frustrated. He was arguing with his dad in the corner because, Mosley didn't know what to do. He had a hard time hitting De La Hoya. And like I said, there's no comparison between De La Hoya and Floyd Mayweather, because Floyd Mayweather is far, far superior when it comes to that style of fighting. And and then, like I said, with Shane Mosley's age, he's 38 years old now. So like I said, he's slower, and he had trouble fighting against that style before, and I know he's gonna have trouble against it now. I don't know what he can do to change that. But now Shane Mosley, he's been looking pretty good lately, with his new trainer, Nassim. But I just don't really see what kind of game plan they can come up with, because in order to beat Floyd, you're gonna have to match him in speed and footwork. And like I said, Shane can't match Floyd in footwork and speed. And plus, you gotta fight at a fast pace, and Shane Mosley doesn't really fight at a fast pace anymore. and he really doesn't throw that many punches. He like throws 1 or 2 punches at a time because he doesn't throw those combinations like he used to when he was younger. And that's just going to give Floyd Mayweather more time to set up his moves. Because when you fight at Mayweather's pace, you're not going to win the fight. Because like I said, it's just giving him time to set his moves up. Marquez made that mistake. Fighting at Mayweather's pace, he couldn't even lay a hand on him. And I see the same thing happening with Shane. Now, Shane will make it a more competitive fight. I don't see this fight being totally one-sided. You know, Shane Mosley win his rounds. But I see Mayweather winning by decision. I think Shane Mosley probably he'll probably win about 3, maybe 4 rounds at the most, and Floyd Mayweather win all the rest of the rounds. Now, don't get me wrong, I would love to see Shane Mosley win this fight. You know, I'd love to see him fight Pacquiao. But if I had my choice between Mosley or Mayweather fighting Pacquiao, I still would prefer Mayweather, just because they're both still in the prime of their careers. And, you know, they're both like young lions, and Shane Mosley is that old lion. You know, I would rather see 2 young lions going at it than a young lion versus an old lion. But, like I said, I don't see Mosley winning this fight. I really don't. And I'm a big fan of Mosley's, but Shane Mosley, I think he's a little bit in over his head. You know, Mayweather's got the better, superior speed and boxing ability, and that's what's gonna get him through this fight. I see Mayweather winning by decision, unanimous decision, and that's all I got to say about that. And I'll see you guys later.